everybody. What's up? Welcome back. This is the Minty Nesky live stream. I am your hostess, Minty B. Nesky. The D stands for delicious French toast, which I will consume with delight before we get started. We are entering chapter 3. Our lovely, lovely Miss Angie last name has been murdered, perhaps in cold blood. My theory is she done it herself, but I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna get down to the bottom. I have my lovely assistant back here, who of course, as always, will be giving helpful tips. That's a joke. But I will ask him for help if I do need another opinion when it comes to those logic leads and things, dead ends, opposites, words. Talking is hard. Anyway, once again, we are trying to rack up time for our 100-hour Facebook gaming challenge in sponsorship to Stand Up to Cancer. We want to try and raise those funds. Be sure to check out my fundraiser either on our Facebook page somewhere. You can check it out on the Minty Nesky page. And if you're viewing through Twitch, hop on over to the About section of my channel and you can find that fundraiser. It goes to a great cause. It's for a delightful, wonderful, amazing thing that really helps out countless amounts of people. So many people are affected by cancer this world and the world over. And, well, to be honest, it's just really something that I'm excited and proud to get behind. Got some investigating to do. Alright, so again, just stating for the record, yeah, high-key think Angie done did it. Here we go! Oh, controller. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh, these French toast sticks are so good. Oh my god, they killed Angie! Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room. Let's poke her with a stick.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
Okay.
I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Margie didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She's the ultimate assassin. Poke it. Poke it. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
Killing blows a single stab to the back of the neck, a sneak attack most likely. What do you make of the wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
But
Her two wounds are substantially different, and the culprit changed weapons mid-attack.
Oh yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
remember,
The wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What's going on with these two wounds? Forehead injury!
Huh?
huh?
What's wrong, Monkey?
Got a minute?
Move! Monkey pushed me aside, then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled up underneath her body?
What is it?
Is that hair? This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean?
But...
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
What?
It's partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
Okay.
Well, that's true. Even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. Friendly.
Yeah, that's right.
So don't beat yourself up over it. Well, then it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Mom.
Do you want to die?
Sorry.
Joking. I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You need to apologize. I was joking too. It didn't sound like a joke, though. Alright. Let's go. The 4 effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. Suspicious.
If I remember correctly...
Angie made all these wax figurines.
Hey,
You're right.
I believe so, and that means there won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these robes. Yeah, student council. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Still got lots of supplies though, too. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people, not just their faces, but their bodies, too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
Why is this upside down? Is it part of the ritual? Not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like that? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? If they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit, Angie, or someone else entirely? The Necronomicon. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. Yada 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 yada. Exposition.
I knew it.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey,
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
You want to talk to a dead loved one again? This simple ritual will return a departed lost soul to the land of the living. Here's how. You're in a monkey, you're in a bear. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn the Necronomicon. Burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait after a while. You should feel a light tap on your back, and if so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for 1 use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely.
this is stupid.
And do you really believe in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can roll anything out. Hooray! I mean, that one's got a sword sticking out of it. Can we talk about that? Okay. The katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this and why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. It's the gilded one from the whatchamacallit, the anthropologist lab. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah!
Wait, this is a crime scene. You can't.
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because...
Yes, true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it.
Okay.
I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstain on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But
Why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
It's a good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable.
could it be...
Perhaps it's because Kiyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by. They may have been in a hurry.
Well...
Maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used swords since, which is fine, because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? The gold leaf on this katana, this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hands now.
Okay.
Must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off
Got
that
a
easily.
minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Magi scolded me and stood in front of the
Hey.
Kaeda's effigy. I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. Stab it!
By the way,
Yep.
what are you talking about?
That's...
I honestly have no idea.
Well,
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
Yes, let's do that. What else? What else can we focus on? Focus. Is there something strange about the door? That thing's left. Smack it I need that dodge. Give me them coins. Pool of blood. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her
is
neck.
this...
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed, maybe more. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There are several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Well, of course. Don't really have that much to go off of Shuichi. Shuichi.
So what?
It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy's useless. Anyway, let's continue.
Is this...
That's true.
Wait a second, it had
Hey.
gold leaf on it. Yeah.
Is that all right?
So what?
It slaps back in place. Click.
Okay.
This lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it. Suspicious.
Well,
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm going to take a closer look at it. You do that. unlocked, but I think there's stuff. Luigi.
Hey,
Just want to confirm something. We got to this lab. You're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. Click, 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 click.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. So he picked this cylinder lock open.
hey,
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides
That's
him?
true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocubs took the key. Unless they were robbed. Someone swallowed it. Yeah, one of them swallowed it.
then
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed this door from the outside, right? Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from the outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased. So the front door was locked from the inside of
No.
the room. Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how that person who locked the door got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the door. It's strange that the front and back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were
is
locked.
this?
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked.
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder's lock's key was taken by the Monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front doors to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside with picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly.
It's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared in an oddly convenient time when he tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious. The solution seems a little too... What? Busty Brainy Beauty has this all figured out. Oh.
Huh?
You mean you know who the culprit
What was that?
The culprit, fuck that.
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have time to be listening to her?
wait!
Wait, goddammit. Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just
What?
listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
Okay. If you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
You know,
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they supposed to be for the ritual or another purpose?
well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up!
The culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
I knew it.
Just a waste of time. You're a waste of time. Mucky turned and walked away. I can't say I blame
What was
her.
that?
What the hell's her problem? Is she on the rag or something?
Hmm.
So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. And they say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. Hey! Miu tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. Hey! What are you doing? Stop that! What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. Wait, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now?
Ha! Fucking virgin!
You like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to me is a waste of time. Or is it? It was. Not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Tenko? Huh? It's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually,
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Oh.
Angie had been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here, so Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. Tsumugi's account.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need
You're
to hurry
right.
up. First, we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab.
That's true.
Hmm.
By the way. Sure, whatever.
Cause you're my girlfriend. Maki is my girlfriend. And one day she will accept it. Oh, I can't use my super cool focus vision. It's just the sheath. Earlier the katana was inside the
Okay.
sheath. Maki, the gold-leafed katana definitely came from here, I'm certain
That's
of it.
true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab too. Oh boy.
Oh?
What are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it. Something for the seance?
yeah.
The white sheet over there. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
Yeah, that's right.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study. So, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Cage Child Seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book and he picked up. Is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Caged Child is mentioned here. Please do so.
Yeah.
Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Let's see. In order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, in a dark place with no
If
light.
I remember correctly.
First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Cage Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the
I
cage.
see.
Dog god. Do you mean the wooden dog
Yeah.
statue? When the preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. And the 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Caged Child song. After the song, ask, "Is the Caged Child?" Then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will apply the voice of the summoned spirit. And that's all it says. How terrifying. That sounds complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct the seance for a while. What if Kyo gets moited during the seance?
right?
I'm still waiting for a double murder. Still holding out for one. He said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he could have conducted the seance without it.
But
Contacting Angie's ghost. If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
Huh?
Well, you know.
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
You know, this is only going to fare well if Kibo's not the culprit, because he can just use his voice recorder. I don't know. I'm suspicious. So sus.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join them.
huh?
I think so.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. Whether you believe or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective? Huh?
Okay.
I think you're right. Now you're talking.
All right.
We'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Destruction of property. This is the greatest thing. Sitting around, kumbaya with developers and like, hey, what can we do in the game to make earning points and coins fun that isn't consistently just grinding and grinding and grinding? Slap mechanic, how many times have you been walking in the grocery store? You see like a big old bag of flour or soil, and you get that urge, and you can't fight that urge, and you just want to take your hand and give it a big old slap. That is what that button is for. I feel like this is what that mechanic was meant to do.
Hello.
So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us.
Oh.
Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spirit medium, may join.
Oh, man.
What a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out.
Me?
But why me? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
Listen up!
Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
You see.
To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
Why, you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing.
Do not mock me!
No one's apologized yet.
Oh, man.
Fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude!
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. But I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. What did I do?
So then,
Now Shuichi has joined us for some mornings.
do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon. You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then,
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail,
Terrifying.
but it may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
Be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Cursed Child's song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I have copied these words to the song down here. Please commit to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
Huh?
You have to memorize the lyrics now?
Oh.
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to task. Here's the melody. Wait, show me the lyrics. I gotta cheat with technology. I don't have photographic memory, but I do have modern photography. Whoa. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics.
Okay.
Oh, good. Your memory's extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective.
Well then.
Let us begin the ritual
How
right away.
exciting!
We finally get to the edge.
So then.
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm gonna cry, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way, you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
Please.
Tenko.
By the way,
Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. I mean, laughing makes you feel better too.
Damn it!
And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. It seems like the two of them made up. Good.
So then.
So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes.
Himiko, I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle.
You guys okay over there?
Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Shh, the magic stone.
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
So then,
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left
Let's
to
see.
be done. We must place the iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Oh my god,
Please
foreshadowing.
don't jinx us!
Foreshadowing! Foreshadowing!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. All right, everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
Oh, Lord.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
I'm totally wiped.
Uh-oh.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't
Wait
mix.
a second. It
Are you
shouldn't be
sure
that
it's
heavy.
okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
It shouldn't be
The
that
iron
heavy.
cage was made
It's
specifically
only
for
135
seances,
pounds.
so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
It's like lifting a small person.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it.
Oh, Lord.
So then,
And the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance.
well then,
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to the one you're choosing. Try to get the...
now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness, pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner, and then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kyo led us all in the cage child's
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last.
I am ready for them to get rid of Kokichi.
How many will there be by
The
dawn?
suspense is killing me. Someone's gonna die here. I just know it.
Two or just one?
Oh god!
Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl?
This is creepy. This is creepy.
At last, at long last.
This is a I accidentally summoned a demon in the real world creepy. Not, oh wow, scary game. Reach out and touch wrath. What? Okay. I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that? It was someone
Say.
breaking out of the dog. The dog's gonna kill somebody. He began calling. Now the medium answers.
Say,
It's the caged child, Angie Yunaga. What's going
Say,
Oh, it's the cage child, Angie Yonaga.
What's the matter?
I want Angie answer.
hold on.
It's very clear that you were not to speak, yes. I want to see answer. Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles
Huh?
briefly. Is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. It is happening! It's happening! It's happening! Guys, this is not a drill. Everyone, calm down! A minute's to strike a match and light the candle once again. Who died? Is that blood on the wall? What's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko in there? Tenko?
I see, yes.
I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this is a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. Oh god, there's blood under the sheet. You guys saw that, right? There's blood under the sheet. Tenko's dead! Just like setting up, Q instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Q
Now?
directed.
I will remove the sheet.
I'm not ready! I'm not ready! I was prepared to move on!
Oh? Perhaps.
We called it! Wait. There's a minute body announcement. Is she actually dead? There's 4 of us here. But she wasn't listening. She jumped on the cage and...
Tenko!
Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and... once again, history has repeated itself. We got a second body, chapter 3. Let's go. You understand this is important. We are following the script. Spike Chunsoft, you are tickling my OCD bone. 2 pointers. Count 'em, 1, 2, holy whoo! Second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running. Bro. Also, it should have been Kokichi.
What?
We'll state that now. It should have been Kokichi! Seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How'd this happen?
Gonta, so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
You got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now you should maybe start the investigation right away?
Say,
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
huh? If so...
What happens in the event there are 2 murderers by 2 people? 2 murders by 2 people. What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What happened in that scenario?
Yeah?
Oh, well, what happened? Manadama, what happened? What happened?
Not that!
Why do you look lost? too, Monodon. I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know.
Oof.
Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate.
Father!
Always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
No way!
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. Yeah. Maybe hug him and say you're sorry? It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that. It's all your fault, Monophony?
Daddy!
Help! We don't know what to do on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right!
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Manadam. Ooh.
Daddy!
I love you, so please go back to normal.
Father!
I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart.
Yeah.
You're making me blush.
Here I am!
I'm back. Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable darling cubs!
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation. Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Phrasing.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing! This better not awaken anything in me.
Phrasing? Thank you.
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to
To
relax.
tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it.
satisfied with this.
The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Wait, so then, who's this Baldy then?
Yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer. I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay. Like we agreed on. Now take it, get out of here.
Why?
I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Huh?
Now that the nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. What happened to your votes? If there are two blackened candidates,
I'll answer that.
well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served?
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words,
If the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim. Wow.
now then.
I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it
Go
later.
ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too.
Father!
Everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst.
Daddy!
You're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. I feel like whoever's controlling Monokuma just read one chapter of a parenting book and came back and said, alright, gonna make him feel a bit better. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go.
How
Never
nice.
mind. That's why he's so amazing. Please make me some more, Daddy.
So long. Farewell.
Well, great. sense of all that?
Listen closely.
If both murderers have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer. But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
You fucking psycho!
Shuichi!
This is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right
But
now.
you know,
This is where you need to step up.
listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
All right.
Then let's check the Monokuma file first. The victim is Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle of the empty room on the 4th floor. Slightly shuffled. The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Same as Angie's cause of death. Doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Her curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse! Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
Hey!
Oh, my.
What? Curse?
Kaito, calm down.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
Oh, dear. A dull sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
My bad.
Shuichi, I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Makiro. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
We haven't time to mourn Tenko's death as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
Angie, and then Tenko. And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It's all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. No.
Well...
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted
Got it.
to. We're going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
That won't be necessary.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh?
Listen up!
Show him, Key Boy! Show him your new power! Oh yeah, you guys have been hanging out.
His eyes lit up! I, Muiruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Flashbang. Oh wow!
Oh, man.
What a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
It's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function has been added. Alright. You bastards. Kibo, is that blood on the bottom of your shoes, my guy? Have they always been purple? Not Kibo. Shuichi. Not Shuichi, that's me. Kokichi! Alright. First off, what's up with this floorboard? This floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard
If I
loose?
remember correctly.
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
But
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Some must have loosened it on purpose. Cage.
Is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage,
Okay.
but it's big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey. Is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage, probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
I imagine so. This spatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the
Okay.
cage. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. Well, obviously. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain the bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. Strange. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be... Tenko had her forehead on the rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
Um,
You're speaking from experience.
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty. That makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. Or... check it. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but
is
still.
this...
Looks like there's a space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. Something dropped down
Got a
there.
minute?
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? How do we do that? It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue is on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
if I remember correctly.
Kyo said it was about 135 pounds. That's what the weight of... It's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
You're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. 'Cause you're a virgin. And that's okay, 'cause you're only in high school anyway. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque on the back. Look, there's a blood stain on it right around the middle of the sheet.
But
No hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. It's all coming together. The magic circle key you drew on the floor, well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my butt.
right already.
Shut up! I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kiyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kiyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Candles. But how did the culprit kill Tango in complete darkness? What say you?
Hey!
Himiko, be strong, Himiko.
Wait.
Gote, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
What?
She's not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
That cannot be.
Why did this?
I knew it.
I know the murder was pretty
But of
shocking.
course.
I'm shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He's more concerned about that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
If we perform the Courage Child again and summon Tenko Spirit, this
Stupid.
cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance
Is
failed.
that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi Kokuchi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden dog statue of the god dog top of the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokuchi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we sang the Cage Child song. The seance should have been complete, but now that you mentioned it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. What is that sound? It honestly sounds like someone bursting through the floorboards, but it wasn't that dangerous. It's a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. It's a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kiyo knows
What do you
something.
mean?
What happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokuchi realize. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog statue. Then I took off the white cloth, and then Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it, and it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the
No.
seance. But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
That is a
I
problem.
see, yes.
There's another problem.
Oh.
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Since the seance was clearly a sham, Maki never was one to pull her punches.
Hey,
Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the
By
floor?
the way,
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for
that's
light?
true.
Let's bring a candle with Kibo's light from up here. What should be fine?
Okay.
I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle to Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole under the floor. Jesus Christ! It's a lot more spacious than I thought. You can come pretty easily off the floors.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well-
Looks pretty... It looked pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay. Ah,
Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut
that's
off.
true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too.
that's true.
It wasn't broken up naturally, this was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could use that. The question is, why? Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose did this serve? There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just as at different ends. Why is there blood here?
hey,
Ah,
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here? She got killed.
that's true. Okay.
It might be Angie's. Oh, crowbar! Sorry, sickle. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
Wow, and this sickle is fresh. This is it. This must be the murder weapon.
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did.
well...
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under their clothes too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade's about 6
That's
inches. And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
Even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab it into a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
If this weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor. Dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off so you can see into the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through
that's
here.
true.
If I remember correctly, this room, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room, moving by moving under the here instead of using the hallway.
No.
It would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did all right because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here.
Nope.
And they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? I mean, we saw it too.
is that all right?
Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all the dust.
After mocking, I crawled out from under the floor. We put the floorboards back. Returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers in the black end, we need to vote for is
You're right.
the culprit with the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie.
then
Should we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yes, of course.
but
This is bigger than the killing game for the sake of the two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. A scene more surprising than I could have ever imagined unfolded.
It's a lie!
I hate you! Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh?
Sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I guess I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then, suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through a floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good, 'cause of this. I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through it. What bad luck. That crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... No!
Huh?
Confidence. Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up.
Oh.
It's 'cause of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately,
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyu perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trials, see you there. The blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Let's go too.
That's true. Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? You're beautiful. So I can't go in here? Where did you fall? Oh well, whatever. Whatever. We all got a little shocked and a little hopeful because we could have sworn Kokichi was gonna bite the big one. Reality is often disappointing. And I'm running. And I'm racing. Charge! Exit. Yay, I finally know my way around. It only took 3 chapters. The mini bird cage inside of our big bird cage. I can't tell if those are actual buildings or if that's just like metal sheets. Because don't they kind of look like skyscrapers? And see, they're dimensional. There's a few of us left.
Oh dear.
It would appear we've all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten us a little bit smarter by now, Gonta. Gonta do his best to help. I want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but I'm trying to use your brains this time. But try to use your brains this time, so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less
rest
likable.
in peace.
Please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Trial this time's gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? We're leaving! As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell, faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the door parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
They look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mahadam sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth,
Now then,
let's hurry up and get this started.
stream!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. third class trial is about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? We're about to lose somebody on this, obviously on this screen. Two different people? We need to pin that down. Class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with the truth and lies in this class trial. It's so anime. Alrighty, everybody. We are saving. It is that time where we save and prepare for our class trial. So while I prepare my brain, you should prepare your tum-tum. We're taking a snack break. Yep, get that good audio. Alrighty. There we go. We're going to pause her right there. And I'll be right back. You murdered my baby. I'd ask you if she's breathing, but I can hear it. Alrighty. We have the ultimate gamer fuel for Doritos, pickles, and I'll sit down with apple juice. I'm pregnant. Don't judge me. Let's solve a murder! I have 6 skills. I can remove things, but I can't sell them. Which is okay. Sorry. Keep hitting the up button while I'm trying to go down. Okay, let's see. Saint Miko's ability, silence all conversation except those the reticle's on. No, I'm pretty good at debate scrum. That one's nice. I'm pretty bad at imagination excavation. Not gonna lie. I don't like the loud noises. Let's see. I'm gonna go this way. Alright. Dude, we're on normal difficulty, right? Okay.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Yes, Papa.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Shut up.
Please!
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed
I love zombies.
No! So, ritual did work?
No, it didn't, because it didn't burn the book.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual. If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Sorry.
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Oh my.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Shock.
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened. The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
Oh dear.
You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a fucking genius!
Alright, let's observe the flaw in that statement. One cup. I have too many cups. What was the other one? Sorry, if that's the case, we should think about it from the beginning.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found.
What did Samugi say? Angie had locked herself and...
Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Get back here!
Murdered the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a fucking...
Alright, I think this is it.
Research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom.
No, it wasn't it. Whether Kyo had a key or not, Angie still would have let him. Oh, okay. There we go.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Okay.
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So the rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who
cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about
some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom.
That's wrong! No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first...
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well...
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either.
Prove it!
I'm not the culprit.
We're not the culprit.
Prove it! Prove it in the court of law!
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Student council.
That's utterly impossible.
For last night.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be
anyone
the
can open
culprit.
that door.
Why?
Only student council members had
Late
access.
at night.
Look, I don't know.
Oh, that's a lie.
Robots told such boring lies.
Kokichi! I got your ass!
Is that a robophobic remark? We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Student council.
That's utterly impossible.
For last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
the door.
Why?
Only student council members.
Dirty Fiddler. Dirty Fiddler!
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
With permission.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
Doubt.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Not you, Dingle.
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Oop.
Damn
Sorry.
it!
I went too far down.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Ooh. Sometimes you just have to get good. Okay. Oh.
Ah, fiddlesticks. Oh!
Okay. I want to say it was this thing? Okay.
I see it! The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
Uh-huh.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
I've been training for this. Shuichi, you won't let you drive. Doubt. Oh no. Turn the handle of the sliding lock. The katana's hit. Alright.
Yay! Nevada!
Someone take away my license.
Right, what was done to make the katana turn the lock? It was stabbed into the effigy. Ah! It was tied upside down.
Kicking time.
Yes! I did it!
It connects!
Woo! Sorry.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock, and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Whatever.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right, So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Oh dear.
What should we talk about now?
Definitely not dumpsters.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects.
Okay.
Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
Whatever, you're the one that said that in the first place.
That contradicts what you said earlier.
Thank you,
which
Kibo.
I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Oh.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Sitting on something.
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our
It's
time?
not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late.
Call your loved ones!
I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. All right. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Yeah.
The name of the curse is Death Curse.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too!
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
The bottom.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch!
He blew it into the seance. Right?
That's it.
Okay, I want to make sure. There's so many names. There's a lot to read.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance.
My goodness, Discord.
The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Yes, the room on the left. Shh, it's okay.
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
That one. Nope, not that one.
If you'd be able to see
The
it is the
culprit
thing.
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Just want to investigate. A function that Mew had added can emit blinding light from its eyes.
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
The flashlight has drawbacks, of course.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
Like, I don't have enough info here.
by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to
Get under the floor.
I'll reveal the truth.
Perjury!
Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct? Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what?
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
Oh, well.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already! Just turn it off! We're gonna go blind!
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
That's
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Damn, that is seriously bright!
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this
That's
bright?
what I'm saying.
Yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh, they couldn't have?
We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Yeah.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have a... My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
I was in too.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
Yes, it will. Shut up.
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Why are you so violent?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt!
Pause.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the...
What happened? Let's see. The stone that was by Tenko's body in the sands. Tenko had been crossed over it.
Seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
So fast, no one
Saw.
So who lifted the cage? Obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt.
When Tenko got killed,
it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
I was wrong!
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Thinking real hard. Nope. I'm going to think it's only possible if she was killed after seance, unless you know reason why that's not true.
Oh no!
When Tenko got killed,
Oh, the white sheet.
it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
There we go.
That's wrong! No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Oh no.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
I hate you.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
No.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words. Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
Because you're an idiot.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Ooh, dropping some truth on her.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Oh my.
Don't say stupid stuff like that.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Fine.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait. If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No, if there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
A little?
No. Who could have killed Tenko inside the cage at any time?
Damn it!
You're talking about the ghost? Okay, alright. Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? Himiko, since she's small?
I was wrong!
Kokichi? No.
Damn it!
You're gonna have to help me out here. Who's the they? I don't like the pronoun game. Kibo?
Damn it!
Who else was there? It wasn't you. It wasn't her. Was it you? Nope. Okay.
Damn it!
We've got a few more guesses. Okay, you are the other person in the seance. Where are you? Spooky!
Damn it!
I don't understand.
Oh no!
see where I'm on. Yes, I am, because I'm being played by a not detective. Okay, maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Is this... We can't... Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen?
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
If Shuichi is right,
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirit.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
I don't
Himiko?
know.
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done
wait,
that!
I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting.
Okay, we talking about Tenko herself. Wow.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
There's no way she would have time to do that.
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Oh wow, thank you. Hey Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
Creepy.
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. He told me.
Keep your chin up. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself.
Yeah, spitting facts on them. Go for it,
If you get
Kaito.
betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
Oh, okay.
That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
No.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
No, it wouldn't.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Yeah.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Hell yeah.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury in the back of her neck was deep. Probably not enough to kill her immediately.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
You looking for something?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
So she would have been able to throw it.
was wrong!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tango's not that kind of person. Listen. If Tenko did commit suicide, at the sickle, and then stab.
With the last of her strength.
Nope, that wasn't. Oh, I meant to hit the wrong one.
Damn it!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
So she hid her true intentions. But if she died during the seance, she brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
No.
I was wrong!
I bet I need to wait a little
So far,
bit.
suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. She brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last
Of her strength. She threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best
Oh,
explanation.
okay, I gotcha.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! If Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last.
Here we go.
I'll reveal the truth.
More lying, more perjury.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly?
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
Lie, Maki, lie. Let's perjure together.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
Oh, she's a liar too.
Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Nope.
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Yeah.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
There was a bump in
If
the
you know
dark.
something, please.
I noticed there was a bump. There was a bumper, and a thumper.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Agree.
I agree. Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
We're gonna end things as soon as we hit our intermission here, so I can go tend to my child and get some dinner in me. I have no idea when we'll come back, but we made a lot of progress today.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
I want to say it was the dog statue, honestly.
There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong?
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Oh! Okay, sorry. I think I'm jumping the gun, my bad. What caused the sound that was heard during the seance?
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
What a weird sound.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Would the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
Intense.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well then.
So what made the floor...
Obviously.
Must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated.
That was a crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor.
Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be... stupid. Don't you know me and balls are the best of friends?
Wow, I can agree with that.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. At you.
Fell over.
But
It's proof that it wasn't broken naturally.
But we already said that.
Someone must have stomped through the
floorboard.
Oh wow, it does.
I agree.
There we go. I'm so surprised.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation,
I want to take a nap.
one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. And the cross piece that had been cut was at the other end of the floorboard. Oh, well, from the outside, I see. And all you would have to do Oh, it's all coming together, I see. All you have to do is put something at the top of the cage. Sorry, I missed the question. Nope. What happened when the loose floorboard was stepped on? There are no T's. Nope. I'd like to buy a vowel, please. Nope. Seriously, no hints, no nothing? No E. Is it? It has to be S. Okay, thank you. Sweet Jesus. The seesaw effect. F B C C. Woo!
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body Lift it up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Damn it!
Sorry. Oh, well, that is just a darn shame.
Is this... We can't let it end here!
Go over this one more time. Is it underneath the... No, on top of the cage, sorry.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Oh dear.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
She's so small, though.
Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
Gasp.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
Of course not.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
It could have been Himiko, because Himiko volunteered to be the vessel.
Wait!
The
We
medium
don't
or
know
whatever.
that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tanko? I killed Tanko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Woo! Okay. She's finally here.
My goodness, what an exciting episode, yeah? So many cool things have happened. It's been real scary. It's been real just heavens to Betsy. But we're gonna go ahead and call it a day here and hit pause in our intermission. Hopefully we'll have time tomorrow to come in and putz around. So we're gonna go ahead and pause at I'm gonna say 2.5 hours today. But anyway, I can't wait to see who done it. Who is the culprit? How was Angie killed? Other than the stab. And can we please get rid of Kokichi? Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my family and get some dinner. I hope you're having a okay-ish day, a great day. If not, don't worry, get some sleep. Drink some juice. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day, and we're gonna get through it. So, I love you.